so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so light.
Oh, good morning, Frederick. Got a little clicky there, and hope you're having a great morning. It is Tuesday, January 20th. I'm your host, Dani Gurrie. You are watching Good Morning Frederick, a show all about Frederick County, the people, the events, the places. I appreciate you tuning in. Oh my goodness, I put the wrong number show. It's show 449. I don't know why I have show 339 on there. I've gone back 100 shows. 449. Tomorrow is the big 450. And trust me, we're going to be celebrating 500 huge. Details about that will be coming up soon. But on today's show, we'll have our morning roundup with Bob and AJ. We're going to go over what's happening in Frederick. I got a highlight of some of the events happening that you're going to want to know about. Live in studio today, we got Rohit Anand from the Washington Freedom. That's the cricket team coming to Frederick, Maryland. And we've got Dan Franko and Sasha Carrera from Endangered Species Theatre Project's Macbeth. That is playing at the Weinberg Center. It might be New Spire Arts this weekend. And you can get your tickets. Yes, New Spire Arts. You can get your tickets, but we're going to meet them. Sasha, both of them have done a lot of great stuff, and they're from Frederick County. So we're going to talk with them about how they got to here where they are. When you buy the Good Morning Frederick merch, American Cancer Society and Relay for Life gets the proceeds, and you can pick up your items at 401 North Market Street in downtown, Wednesday to Sunday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Want to shout out Mama Cone watching today. Good morning. It is a terrific Tuesday. Looks sunny outside, which we love. I don't know why I had to look outside to see it because the sun is blazing right into our live look. And want to say good morning to Chris, who is now in Washington, D.C. The guy gets around so much of the DMV. Good morning to you, sir. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. Let's go ahead and get this show officially kicked off so that we can get to your news and what is happening around Frederick.
Sponsored by Fusion Car Wash. Now with 2 locations in Frederick to serve you. One on Spectrum Drive near the FSK Mall, which is a full-service location. And TJ Drive with self-serve vacuums. Download the free Fusion Car Wash app and sign up for a monthly membership. And you can keep all your cars clean daily. FusionCarWash.com.
Well, each morning we like to do a little something we call Morning Roundup to find out what's been going on while you were sleeping or working or just generally living your life. We've got that right now.
It's time for the Morning Roundup with Dani, Bob, and AJ Randall. Here to get you caught up with everything you missed overnight on Good Morning Frederick. Sponsored by A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business located right here in Frederick, servicing Frederick County and surrounding areas. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding, windows and gutters, and they can even build you a new patio or deck. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. You can get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Just tell Sandra that Dani sent you.
Oh, good morning, AJ Randall, holding down the fort at 401 North Market Street. How are you?
Good morning, Dani. Good, very good. Cold, freezing, but good.
Not in that sunlight, you're not. I know it already. You're baking like an ant under a magnifying glass.
Gotta love it.
The sun is just beaming right in. Although I'm happy to see the sun shining. Nothing worse than cloudy winter days.
Yeah, now you can see from the live look what happens is the sun sits directly in what I call the keyhole up there and shines directly down behind that chimney and into the focus ring of this camera and on the back of everything. So whatever it is, what it is, can't move it. It keeps happening. It doesn't matter where we have the cameras.
I know. We've tried adjusting. We've tried moving. It just doesn't work. All right. Well, there's lots of stuff people are angry about here in Frederick, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger. What do you got that's happening?
Yeah, well, we'll have that, but we'll start with something fantastic. A benefit held for Red Horse staffers. More than 100 people packed Woodboro American Legion for the benefit supporting Red Horse employees after the January 6th fire caused an estimated $1 million in damage. Organizers pulled it together fast with raffles, donations, and live music. Red Horse leadership says cleanup is underway, and the hope is to reopen around September with efforts in the meantime to help displaced staff find work while they wait it out.
Yeah, and actually some of the girls, we had Ann and Amy on who helped put that benefit together. They were saying it was more like 300 people attended in and out throughout the afternoon, which is phenomenal. This is what I love about this town. Everyone wraps their arms around the people who are impacted by this. And yes, of course, the Red Horse, there's insurance, and they will rebuild and be reopened, but that doesn't trickle down to the employees very much. So of course they could do unemployment and those sorts of things. That's just not feasible for people to get paid today. So I love that everyone came together. What a great story. This is when the community stands up and does something for the community members. Just awesome.
Yeah, it is a great story. Frederick will install a new traffic light at East and All Saints. City Council approved a contract around $1.3 million with the reserve, expecting to spend close to $1 million. The project also realigns the Mark Station Transit Center exit so buses can turn left instead of always right, potentially saving time. The city also mentioned future green wave signal coordination on East Street, but no timeline is found on that yet.
Well, look, I mean, I get it, right? $1 million for a traffic light, though. That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah. That's nuts. And then you're going to have the traffic light there, the 2 traffic lights over the walking bridge, and then the traffic light at Patrick Street. It's so congested in the afternoons with people coming off of 70 there. It's just going to get kind of worse, I think. And the problem is, I don't know what they mean by greenway, but I'm assuming it used to be when you drove down Bent Street or up Market Street that if you drove at 21 miles an hour and there was no traffic, obviously, you could hit every green light and keep moving. And I'm hoping that that's what they mean, because that's a pain. But the crossing bridge is affected by the pedestrians. So when they press the crosswalk, all traffic stops because it changes the lights. So I don't know. It's going to be kind of messy over there, I think.
Expensive and messy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Floor and Decor wants to add about 7,800 square feet to the former Joanne building at the Frederick City Square on West Patrick before moving in. The expansion would require more parking and bike spaces under city standards. City staff notes that some Golden Mile plan goals are met, but others aren't feasible because the shopping center design already locks in front-facing parking and limited connectivity. They want to have expansion for the future there in the Golden Mile.
Interesting. So they need to add, where are they going to add that space? Because that Joanne's is kind of lot. If you go to the right, I don't think there's any room in the back. So if you go to the right, that means you're infringing toward that Santa Rosa restaurant. And I think a dentist is over there, that little standalone. You can't really come out in front because of the way you have to drive through on the front of that whole shopping center. Interesting, though.
Yeah. It sounds like they want to do it, but who knows if it's actually feasible to actually do.
Yeah.
And we can't go a day without talking about data centers. City Council actually tabled making John Temple, an engineer director at Hanawa Data Centers, a full planning commission member, saying that the item came late and the members hadn't spoken with him yet. He remains an alternate for now. This comes as data center proposals in the city are actively in the mix, and the Planning Commission plans to play a key role in the development review. City Council did not appoint another engineer, Robert Roby. They did appoint another engineer, Robert Roby, as a full member. So, data center talking, getting people in, and still not really answering any questions is where we're at, basically.
Yeah, I feel like, and I'm sure the residents of Adamstown, as well as, all of these other things that are going on. I just got a message from a friend in Kriegerstown talking about some impacts that they're having on a project. It seems to be hitting us at all sides. And I think, unfortunately, what happens is it's so overwhelming for people who aren't immediately impacted, meaning my house is not in the path of something that needs, government takeover. It's just a lot of noise, right? And so people are trying to get their voices to rise to the top. And it's just really, I just don't know where it's going. When you look at what's going on, not only locally, but nationally, that these things are in place, right? I'm hoping that these residents can do what they need to get the answers that they want, but I'm not sure how likely that is.
Well, it's a lot of planning boards, council members, meetings, appointments, alternates. It's like a lot of rigmarole to figure out something that should be fairly easy, but I guess it takes a lot more. So, yeah. So I don't know. We're going to have, I know this isn't the end, right? This isn't the end of what's going on. So look, I always invite, if you are involved in one of these, trying to coordinate people, petitions, or speaking out, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to give you the time you need to talk about it. Look, I think it's so important to be educated about everything that's going on that's impacting our community. And my biggest complaint about the data center is we don't know. We don't know what kind of impact it's going to have until it's too late. They're going to build it first, and we're going to have to deal with the repercussions later. And I don't like that. We should have some benchmark to look back on of another county who has allowed the data centers to come in this way and see what the impact that they are having. I mean, I know that they need to exist, but I feel like, there's got to be a solution. I don't know.
Don't know what it is, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, nobody does. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
right, though. It would be nice to, I mean, I'm sure there's other communities that have done this that are at least a little further along in the process that they could at least look at and say, you know, this is what they're doing. But you really never know. It's like everything else. Just pass the bill, then we look to see what we got inside, like it's Christmas,
Yeah.
presents.
Yeah, not a great way to do anything. Want to shout out our good friend Christy Wood watching this morning. And Chris from Jackson RC Aviation shouted you out. Morning,
My buddy
AJ.
Chris. Boy, he's all
There-
over the place. He's in D.C.
He
today.
is.
I don't know what he's doing, but
He's traveling more than a cruise director, travel
Yeah.
agent or something. I don't know. He's all over the DMV for sure.
it's good to hear see his signature there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Any other good things happening around the area that you know of?
No, not so far yet. We'll see, you know, what happens. But
Is all quiet on Market Street this morning?
it is all quiet on Market Street except for a few loud trucks that have roared by.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right. Well, what I'm going to do is probably drop for a quick break. We're going to start with happening in Frederick until our guests arrive this morning. And once I see you get them in their spot, we will break that and come straight to you.
Sounds good. And congratulations on show 339.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know. Typo on that one for sure. All right. We're going to drop for a quick break, and then we're going to come straight back with what's happening in Frederick.
What makes for a perfect custom engagement ring? Truly understanding the elements that make a ring that's perfect for you. Custom by Colonial. The Colonial Jewelers box. There's just more in it.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
All right. We are going to get to what is happening in Frederick for you.
Sponsored by Taco Bar in Frederick and Gaithersburg and Taquito in Hagerstown. Taco Bar is in West Point Plaza off Route 40 in Frederick and at 3 Russell Avenue in Gaithersburg. And Taquito is at 812 Frederick Street in Hagerstown. Taquito offers the same great quality food with a drive-through experience. TacoBar1.com or Taquito by TacoBar.com.
We're going to put the live look up there. So even though we're blinded, you might be able to see it. All right. We got some big events coming up over the next couple of weeks. I can't believe we are in the 20th, the last third of this month, or last fourth, actually. January 24th. That is this weekend. That is on Saturday evening, 6:30 p.m. Boomtown screens at the Weinberg Center. You can get your tickets at weinbergcenter.org. This puts together part one with part two. And part two starts in present day and works its way back to where part one finished, which I kind of remember. I thought it was the 70s, but I could be wrong. But anyway, if you've not seen part one yet, go see this and you'll see part one and two together. And if you've already seen part one, what a great way to see it all put into one big screening. I love it. On the 31st, which is 1 week past that, so not this Saturday, but next Saturday is Kicking Up a Cure at the Thurmont Event Complex. It's a line dancing fundraiser for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Dinner is included from Thurmont Country Kitchen. They're doing their broasted chicken, green beans, potatoes. It's going to be wonderful. Just $30 a ticket. And we have the Mechanical Bull making its reappearance. Free bull rides all evening long. And we're going to have ways for you to purchase t-shirts, and proceeds will go to St. Jude's, as well as win t-shirts and other merch from Good Morning Frederick. All of that is going to happen on January 31st at Thurmont Event Complex. Please buy your tickets in advance so that Thurmont Country Kitchen can make enough food for everybody. There's also going to be some cupcakes from Clustered Spires Bakery, It's a great evening. Sharon's School of Dance is on hand to teach you the line dances, and grab your friends and come on out for that. It's going to be great. February 4th, 6 to 8 p.m. is the African Americans of Excellence program, and it kicks off an online auction of the artwork, which will benefit a bunch of nonprofits chosen by the honorees. 7 African Americans from Frederick are selected and will be honored. It's a great evening. Tickets are just $20, and you can grab them at weinbergcenter.org. On March 14th, Blessings in a Backpack has their Race to Feed event from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Hood College. This is where you need to get a team of 8 or 10 people together to stuff bags full of food to be given to kids in Frederick County Public Schools, I'm sure, to get them through the spring break. They make sure kids who are food insecure have food available to them, especially when they count on the schools for their meals. March 30th kicks off our countywide adult egg hunt. It is also the first day of spring break for kids in Frederick County. We are going to be talking more about how it's all going to work coming up soon. We've got some amazing sponsors signing on, including Uncle Ralph's Bakery, and we got tons of prizes. Every egg has a prize, including Maryland Lottery scratch-offs, $500 cash, as well as Good Morning Frederick merch and more. May 15th and 16th, it is the Relay for Life of Frederick County's event, which is at FCC, and that goes from 7 p.m. On the Friday to 7 a.m. on the Saturday. You can get your team together if you want to fundraise. You can start doing that now. If you want to participate as an individual, of course, you can do that too. But I'm telling you, I don't think there's any one of us that hasn't been touched in some way by cancer. And so if you want to jump on board, you can do that there. All right. I see that my guest is seated and getting ready. We're going to pop right over to Rohit Anand, who is at our Studio 401. Let's bring him on here. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Dani. What a lovely space you have here, right on Market Street. This is so awesome to be here. Thank you.
Well, we're so excited to have you. So let me ask you, what is your role with the Washington Freedom?
So I am the general manager, and my big focus right now is spending time in Frederick and spending time with a lot of folks like yourself, learning about Frederick, and getting us a home, hopefully, here in Frederick for our cricket park.
Yes. Okay. So I love cricket. I am actually a dual citizen Australian. I lived in Australia and Melbourne for 7 years, so watched cricket quite a bit. I was very grateful when they released the 2020, which I believe is the how you guys play cricket here in the U.S. Is that correct?
First of all, love the Australian accent and the tinge in there, and the Melbourne. You got the pronunciation right. I've been there many times. Love the country. Love Melbourne. Australian Open going on there right now. Tennis. So that's awesome. Yes, the format here is not the 5-day version. Probably I'm the only guy in the world who still watches that version. But this is the very fast-paced T20 version, which in baseball terms roughly is 120 pitches per team. And generally scoring is about 150 to 250 runs per inning. So 120 pitches or 120 balls, as we say. Every ball you don't score, you're getting behind. So it's a very exciting format. A lot of pressure to keep moving, and it's over in 3 hours.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I think, cricket is just, I think when I was first in Australia as an American, to think that there was a sport that could have a dinner break and have to come back and last 5 days was just a little bit much. But as I got into it and obviously watched a lot of these countries participate, and it's really a really exciting game, a lot of fun. And you guys have been playing for a while in the DC metro area and well, around the country too, right?
Yes, thanks for getting our website on there, WashingtonFreedom.com. Appreciate that. So this is, we just finished our third season. The season every year is in from mid-June roughly to mid-July. And we are going for our fourth season coming up this June. And yes, we've had 3 seasons. In the 3 seasons, second season we got to the final and won it last year. That's what the visual you see up there right now.
Yeah.
This past year we got to the final, and in a heartbreaker, in football terms, we got down to the 3-yard line and couldn't put it in, and so we got it very, very close this year. So
Yeah.
We had a few injuries and so on. No excuses, but we should have our full strength back this year. Everybody should know that there's 11 players in the team that play. Of course, there's a squad of about 15 players. Out of the 11, the league has 6. Every team has 6 international players, and these 6 are world-class players who would be mobbed on the street in any cricket-playing country. And our coach is a 4-time World Cup champion, 3 times as captain. Ricky Ponting, you would know him from your days in Australia. He's a legend in Australia. He's also a scratch golfer, by the way. All these players are like low single digits, so you might see them at the local golf courses here, Whiskey Creek and so on, with me trailing somewhere in the background.
Ricky Ponting is a legend. I love it. That's amazing.
Yeah, so they'll all be back. And then the part of the mission is to have 5 local U.S. players, because the mission is to build cricket in the U.S. So we will have 5 local players here on the team as well.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. And again, I know that, sometimes change is hard and people don't like new things, but I encourage everybody to start looking at cricket because we like fast-paced sports, hockey, and I believe cricket in this version, the way you guys play it is, way faster than baseball. And it just is, you just got to get to know the sport. And you guys have been doing a lot in the community to educate people about the cricket game itself, your team. Let me ask you, because you guys only really play 8 weeks of the summer, what do these guys do when they're not playing cricket?
So actually, they are playing cricket year-round.
Okay.
They're sort of like gypsies, cricket gypsies. There are cricket leagues. There's summer somewhere in the world at some point. So
yeah,
cricket is a summer sport. So these folks are playing all over the world, in Australia, in the UK, in South Africa, in India. And so the slot we were able to get from the International Cricket Council was that slot of about a month in June and July. And so then that's when we have them. And then they're off to playing somewhere else, or they're playing for their countries.
Right.
So they're busy year-round playing cricket somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, you guys have been getting out into the Frederick community. How has, I know the reception hasn't been totally smooth sailing, talking about the stadium and all of that. But I hope that the reception with amongst most people has been pretty good. Are you guys finding that?
I think that for the most part, we have felt so welcome in Frederick. I think for the most part, folks have been very, very receptive to us being there. And once they get a chance to hear about our proposal before the city council, they are extremely positive about it. And so it is a cricket park. But it will also be a park on the Monocacy River. That will be, we will design, build a riverwalk park and maintain at our own cost on the Monocacy River, which will be open for the residents of Frederick City County year-round. And we're proud to be part of the community and give it back to that. We will also, so a cricket field is roughly 2 times the size of a soccer field or a football field. So we will actually be having the local folks open to playing soccer there, playing other sports there. Flag football is one that's been mentioned and so on. And I think some of the concerns are we certainly understand the change aspect, Dani, as you said. I think some of the other concerns are sort of people have come up with, well, what's the capacity? And it's a stadium. Well, it's not really sort of a stadium. It's more to be looked on as a beautiful bucolic park alongside the river. Our capacity is really capped at 10,000 and really 5,000 bleacher seats and so on. And then 5,000 is grass bank seating. So it's a beautiful picnicking sort of spot that we have in mind over there. And the concern, again, which is valid, and we have certainly have plans for that, is the traffic component of it, which is, if you think about it, the Frederick Fair, which is a historic fair here in the city and county, 150-year-old fair, they get approximately an average of 20,000 people a day. We would have maybe 10 matches a year. And and it is a startup league, so we've had capacity here wherever we played in the first 3 seasons, anywhere from 900 to 2,000. The final got about 6,500 people. So even the 10,000 capacity is sort of a reach for many, many years. And so we are going to be parking people at the Frederick Fairgrounds, busing people over. So busing is the way to go. It's really the way, sort of a mass transit way to move people, less pollution, less traffic, and that sort of thing. So we have some terrific plans to bus people back and forth in that manner.
Yeah. Well, as an events person, I love the fact that we are going to have a potential of an additional place to hold events. I mean, I think it's amazing. It's a great investment into this Frederick community. And I think people always do think worst case scenario. And I love the fact that they think you guys are going to sell out from minute one. I think that that's really great. And I hope that you do. I do know that you will make sure, as you know, these, like you say, the fair and other organizations, when large events are held here, are cognizant of, trying not to adversely impact the people in the area. And but I do think it's an amazing investment you guys are making. I can't wait to get out and see some cricket, and always welcome you guys as well as your players to come on to the show. We can continue to educate people about how cricket works, how the game runs, and what they can be looking for. But I do think that very quickly, once people see it live and are able to experience it and meet some of these really amazing players, I think it's going to be phenomenal. So do you grew up playing cricket as well?
I did grow up playing cricket, yes, and I was really struck by the strategy of cricket. The baseball has a lot of strategy, football has strategy, cricket has tremendous amount of strategy. One thing different from baseball is the ball has to bounce, as you know, before it gets to the batter. Yeah. And so the pitch where it bounces adds so much, and there are ways that the bowler or pitcher scuffs up the ball legally and bounces it, which becomes part of the strategy of how that turns and knuckleballs its way or curveballs its way to the batter. So, and then plus the 360 aspect of it. Baseball is sort of a diamond. Cricket is played 360. So really, really look forward to. I could go on for hours about this. By the way, this is really why we're here, is the passion of cricket. But just to give people a little tease about that, and love to explain the sport to folks, and given a chance, we'd really love to do that.
I love the fact it's a barehanded game. A cricket ball is very hard, so sometimes that adds a whole element as well. I encourage everyone to jump on YouTube and start watching cricket. You can find, it is played around the world. It is a huge sport, obviously in India, certainly Australia, New Zealand, England. It's just really, really fun, and I'm excited to have this here and can't wait to watch you guys get this going here. Now, until the stadium is built, where do you guys play that we can watch it live?
So that's a great question. There's a channel that's available on most cable subscriptions, I believe, in a basic package. It's called Willow, Willow, and the cricket bat actually is made of willow wood. So that is available. Certain local areas like Monumental Sports carried us last year. I'm not sure if we have a contract with them this year, but Willow is the one. Obviously on YouTube. Obviously, if you have certain other ESPN sometimes carries all games, ESPN Plus that is. So those are some of the areas that carry us. The matches, by the way, for the Frederick area are shown in 54 countries. So to the extent that Frederick wants to attract businesses, jobs from overseas, companies moving here, there's tremendous exposure for the area to gain from if you so choose. Is 90 million people probably have that subscription worldwide to watch. The second most watched sport in the world, by the way, now cricket after soccer. We have felt. I would just say, Dani, we have felt super welcome here in Frederick. I know few people have concerns, and we're actively working to meet them and address them. But by and large, we felt super welcome here. What a great town you have here. The old town, the downtown is so lovely. Small businesses, and I would say to people that we are probably the only sports franchise in the history of sports franchises that is not asking for a handout from city, state, local government, nothing. We are paying for this all ourselves, and we believe that's the right way to do this.
Yeah. Well, and that's a really big point. Many of our stadiums are a public-private partnership. A lot of taxpayer funds go into them. We love the fact that you guys are investing in our community, putting Frederick, Maryland on the worldwide stage with, these matches and just bringing awareness to our, community here in Frederick County and giving the community again, a venue in which other things may come. And, we currently do not have an outdoor venue such as this that will be created. Obviously, we have Key Stadium, which is getting its refurbishment, and we're going back to the MLB. So why wouldn't we want to be a sports town with now, professional basketball, professional baseball, and why not professional cricket? I love it. I think it is amazing. I cannot wait to see what you guys do in the coming years. Again, you guys are always welcome back on the show, and I'd love to start doing stuff once we get this thing going where we can be live at the stadium as well. I think it'll be wonderful.
Well, thank you so much, Dani. So it was a pleasure to meet you a couple of times now, and really appreciate you having us on the show. And anytime, we'd love to be back.
Awesome. Well, we're going to get you to go out and sign our wall of fame, because I know you're famous, I'm sure, in the cricket world. You're going to be famous here in Frederick for sure, too. And while you do that, we're going to hop off and have a quick break, and then we're going to come back with two of the cast members from Macbeth. Thank you so much, Rohit.
Thank you so much for having me, Dani. Appreciate it.
At Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic, we understand how pain can hold you back. We're here to understand what you're going through. For a limited time, you can schedule your first visit for just $50. Give us a call and mention Good Morning Frederick, and let's get you feeling better.
All right, they're not rolling yet, so we'll jump to one more here.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
All right. We're getting our next guest seated. I'm not sure. Doesn't look like they're heading out. But look, I really do encourage. I get it. I understand. We got a lot of stuff being thrown at us every which way, and I think that it is. Let me just see. Oh wait, he's getting it out there. We're gonna do this. Let's just send him out. There we go. There he is, the general manager for the Washington Freedom, looking for a place. I know our window is kind of full, but he is getting it up there. I do encourage you, YouTube cricket, and especially like the 2020s or box cricket, where it is a little bit more limited, shorter games, faster pace. But yeah, I love it. I think you'll really like it. I do. I think you'll like it. And I love the fact they are bringing a little bit more to our wonderful county. There he is, Rohit Anand, Washington Freedom. Oh, yes. All right. We appreciate that very much. All right. So we've got our guests from the Endangered Species Theatre Project. I think that's what we got here. I'm just going to get them on. We got Dan and Sasha. Hold on one sec. You know, a lot of little moving parts, always. A lot of moving parts. Tomorrow's going to be even better. Endangered Species, Theater Project. That's what we're doing. I'm just making sure I'm getting their name up. All right, we're going to bring them on. Looks like they're in their seat ready to go. All right, good morning to Dan and Sasha. How are you?
Good. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning. Well, welcome to Good Morning Frederick. I appreciate you guys making the time this morning. We did talk about your show, Macbeth. I know you guys had some shows last weekend, and you're back at New Spire Arts this weekend. And I know you guys are from the area. So let's first start with Dan. Tell me a little bit about your acting resume and how you ended up with the Endangered Species Theatre Project.
Great. Yeah, thank you. So I wasn't born here, but basically consider myself a Frederick native. I've been here since third grade. So graduated Frederick High. Went off to McDaniel College. It was Western Maryland at the time. Worked in film and television for about 25 years. And then somewhere after COVID, I started getting back involved in theater. My son was older, so I could step away for 6-7 weeks at a time and do a play, whatever. So got on with the Endangered Species group right there after COVID for a play called Becky's New Car, which was directed by Rain Pryor, who's in our cast and co-starred with Sasha here, and been working with them on and off for a little while. We did a Midsummer Night's Dream together a couple summers ago, and now we're here doing Macbeth.
That is amazing. And I'm pulling up the Endangered Species Theatre Project page as well. So tell me, as an actor, were you doing any acting in high school, or did it hit you after?
No, I've been. I always joke that I saw Star Wars when I was 3 and said that's what I'm going to do. So
very.
I don't get to do it every day. It's not my full-time job yet,
yeah.
But we're working toward that, and it's just something I've been pursuing my whole life. Did theater here in high school at Frederick High, and
right.
I worked at the Keynote Dinner Theater, out on 40 for a long time, and did serve my time in the dinner theater circuit,
Yeah, absolutely.
And have had some film and television work as well. So it's been, I think that's probably my favorite. But I still love theater. I love getting back on stage, and this has been an amazing process bringing this show to life.
Yeah. And Sasha, welcome to Good Morning Frederick. And it's funny, I heard about your project Spinsters, which shot here in Frederick not so long ago. So tell me a little bit about how you got to this point as well, also from Frederick County.
I grew up really in Falls Church, but my grandmother lived here in Frederick. She had a column in the Frederick News Post. People might remember as the Loeb, the great Frederick.
Hang on one second. I need to get Randy to, I don't know, you can ask him to fix your mic.
He's working on it.
Okay.
That's it. You can
there we go. Right? There we go. Sorry.
Yeah. My mom grew up in Frederick. We came up every weekend. My grandmother was a journalist. She wrote for the Frederick News Post. She had a column called The Great Frederick Fair. So I feel like I basically grew up here every weekend being here on her farm.
Yeah.
And getting to see everything because she went to everything, so we got to go see everything. And I actually moved here full time when my mom got ill. My mom had Alzheimer's. I'd been living in LA. I'd been pursuing my career there. I came back here and I got pretty involved with endangered species early on. They're the only local theater that can actually support an equity contract. So it's the only theater I can work with. And Christine and I had a very similar vision in terms of little known plays. I mean, Macbeth doesn't really fall in that category. But the idea of really promoting across the board works that people haven't seen that much and using a wider range of ages as I'm getting to that place where there's not as much written for me. So
Yeah.
it's been great. And unfortunately, the last whatever weekend we opened, the Tuesday rehearsal, it was really starting to feel like that the magic that happens in theater where things just start to coalesce and it's the sum is greater than the parts. And I just started to feel that energy and that magic. The next morning I woke up with sinus and cough. And by that evening I was immobile. Turns out I had COVID.
Yeah.
So Christine actually had to go on for me for the first 3 performances, and I'm so excited to get back in and really dig in with Dan on Friday night. So.
Yeah. Well, I love the fact that Christine was able to jump in and you had people taking a role, which sometimes happens in theater, of course. You have to be kind of prepared for anything, but we are excited to see you back on the stage this weekend at the New Spire Arts stage. You guys have 3 shows, Friday night, 7:30, Saturday night, 7:30, and Sunday at 3. Tickets are available at weinbergcenter.org. But I think this is really great. So how big is the cast for this show?
I'd say we have about 12 to 15 roughly. Yeah. And it's a really great spread. So you've got folks like Sasha and I and Matt Bowerman and Rain Pryor who are in the actors unions. We've been working 20 years. It's varying levels of professional, 20, 30, 40 years for Rain. And then we have 2 people in the cast who are making their first time on stage ever.
Debut.
So it's
that's
such
wonderful.
A span of experience. Yeah, it's really great.
Well, and what a great immersive way to get experience through this route and then have access to people such as you guys who have, years of experience in acting and hopefully as mentors to them. I notice Endangered Species Project has youth classes and adult classes, and it seems to be something you guys welcome anybody who's got an interest in doing it.
Absolutely. There are even classes for retirees and people who may have fears about their ability to memorize, that it's all scripted. You can read it. Theater is really for everyone. And I think that's one of the wonderful things about the arts is that there's sort of a built-in mentorship program we're passing the torch all the time.
Yeah. So what is your advice? So if people who are watching right now, adults or kids, have always thought, I've always wanted to try it. What is your advice to them, how to get started and where they should start?
I think classes are always a great place to start. Starting to volunteer, look for opportunities with theaters, audition, just meeting people.
Go see plays. Once you sit there and watch it, you fall in love with it, and you want to learn more, do more. There's varying levels of theatrical companies here in Frederick, so they're always looking for people. Definitely find one and learn. You got to learn a piece. You got to learn how to audition. Classes are a great place to do that.
Yeah. All right. Let's shout out some of the projects and some of your accomplishments. Dan, do you want to tell us a little bit about some of the great projects that you've been able to work on, and then maybe what's coming for you in the next few months?
Sure. So I had the very lucky opportunity to audition early on in Veep when they still didn't have quite the budget to bring in all their guest stars from out of town, from LA and New York. So I had a nice little role on season 1 of Veep, where I got to sneeze on the vice president. Tony Hale takes the sneeze bullet. It was a kind of a signature moment of their first season. So I was lucky to be part of that. And that show was amazing and just one of the funniest and one of the best shows out there. Obviously, all of us that work in this area as film actors, The Wire was here for 4 or 5 years. So most of us cut our teeth on The Wire, or before that, Homicide. So I had the chance to work on The Wire, which was great. That was actually my first principal role on television. So.
Oh, excellent. And Sasha, you obviously, wrote, started, produced, and did the Spinster movie as well.
Yeah, we did that right here in Frederick. It was an amazing experience. Rain and I play best friends. We had so much support. Frederick really came in with a vengeance. Not a vengeance, but with just like this pride of place and enthusiasm. So many people were part of that, and we actually used actual establishments as part of the movie. So we're really hoping to encourage tourism. For anyone who sees the film, they'll want to go to all the places where the spinsters were. We're hoping to we're really hoping that we can show the film here in Frederick this spring. Fingers crossed it will be part of the Silver Box Festival.
Oh, fun.
So we're just starting our festival circuit, and we'll see where we go from there.
Yeah, it's so amazing. I do believe that, Frederick has embraced kind of all film and theater and all those things, which is obviously, even if you're not part of it, it's wonderful for the community because, again, like you say, people want to go visit the places that they see on these TV or movies or shorts or whatever it is. And, I love the fact that you guys are committed to doing that, and really do wish you all the success. I hope you have a phenomenal weekend on stage. Sasha, it would be great for you to get back to things that you guys have rehearsed, I know, for a long time. So you can check it out. Go to weinbergcenter.org. Macbeth is playing at Newspire Arts. This is Dan Franco, Sasha Carrera, 2 of the cast members from the performance from Endangered Species Theatre Project. You can check them out for lessons, classes, and all sorts of things as well. Thank you guys for coming in this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thank you
for having us, and thanks for promoting us over, earlier in the run. And we sold out the opening weekend, so thank you for helping do that.
Oh, of course. Well, you guys are welcome back anytime. Pass that along to everybody as well. We always welcome our local theater to come onto the show and talk about it. So I hope you have a smashing weekend and all the future as well. We are also going to get your signatures on our window of fame. So Randy's going to follow you out there, but appreciate you guys coming in today.
Thanks so much,
Thank
Dani.
you so much.
All right. We're going to let them choose their pens of choice. Real quick, we're going to hop right here. Here we go. This portion of Good Morning Frederick is sponsored by The Healing Storm. Shannon and her team strive to create an environment where you're seen, heard, and valued. The Healing Storm focuses on alternative, holistic healing methods to relieve your stress and pain. Massage therapy, Reiki, lymphatic massage, and a healing journey program. Check out thehealingstorm.com for all the details and to schedule an appointment today. Oh, all right. Well, here we go. I keep saying Randy. AJ is getting them. They're getting their coats on. You can see 401 North Market Street right there. They're going to head right out and put their soon to be famous, I'm sure. And I'm sure they're famous with their families and friends and in the acting community. We love that too. So Dan Franco and Sasha Carrera heading out to sign our window of fame, which is getting quite full. Not sure what we're going to have to do, but I definitely am going to make sure we somehow frame that forever. Dan's tall-ish, so at least he can get up there in the spots where no one has been able to reach. I keep saying I have to put a step stool out there. I love it. Frederick High graduate. Both live in Frederick County. We love that. Thank them so much for hanging out with us today. All right. I do need to kind of finish our what's happening in Frederick. So we got through this one. Let me just tell you, we'll go through this one here. Oh, that was yesterday. I should have taken that off. I forgot. All right. The coffee mug swap is happening at Federated Charities today at 10 to 11:30. You can bring one and get a new one. Federated Charities down on South Market Street, right next to Wags. 1:30, it's the first of several town halls for the Senior Center feedback. If you go to frederickcountymd.gov/DAI, you're going to get some additional dates and times, including some virtual meetings that are happening if you can't make it in person. The 21st, that is tomorrow, 7 to 9, 90s Trivia at AmVet's Post 9 in Middletown. $10 per person. It is open to the public for all you trivia heads out there. January 22nd, want to wish happy 5th anniversary to Sandra and A&S Construction. You can celebrate with her at the Frederick Chamber office at 9:30. 6:30, author Richard Bell, who wrote The American Revolution and the Fate of the World, is at the Sieber Arts Library for an author talk and signing. January 23rd, Macbeth is at New Spire Arts with additional shows available on the weekend as well. And then the 24th from 11 to 1, there is an adoption event with Double Dog Dare Rescue. It is at PetSmart at on Osprey Way. And 6:30 p.m., speaking of local movies, Boomtown is screening at the Weinberg Center. Get your tickets at weinbergcenter.org. I want to, please, if you haven't seen it, you're going to want to go see it. On the 25th is a singer-songwriter showcase and open mic at Rockwell Brewery at 1 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, Hike Lovers International is the deadline for collecting outdoor gear for families who want to get outside but don't have the proper attire. This includes hiking boots, clothing, coats, pants, anything that you hikers have in your closet that might be gently used or you don't wear anymore and we're thinking about donating. This would be a great place to do it. You can reach out to sasanka.sharma@vohas-adventures.com. You can screenshot that or look up Hike Lovers International on Facebook. It is a great group, started locally and has taken on a life of its own. I think they have hundreds and hundreds of members. January 27th is the Creative Hive Happy Hour at McClintock. It's free, but Eventbrite tickets are being distributed for RSVP numbers. We talked about those two things. And then just a reminder, February 7th is Fire and Ice. It's not First Saturday. That's dumb. It is First Saturday, the 7th. It is First Saturday because the 1st is on Sunday. Sorry. First Saturday in downtown Frederick, Fire and Ice. One of the biggest that happens all year long. Don't miss it. Ice sculptures, tons of things going on everywhere. Get out and enjoy Fire and Ice. It is a great, great event. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us today. We have another great show for you tomorrow. It will be show 450. We have Dylan Troop from Platinum Property Services joining us and Luz from Brand Art Yoga. Both will be here tomorrow to celebrate our 450th show of Good Morning Frederick. I appreciate those of you that hang out, that watch the show as often as you can. And I understand it's hard to watch it live at 9 o'clock. And you can watch on YouTube anytime. Go back and watch some of the other shows that we've done. 450 is a pretty big accomplishment. We're going to hit that tomorrow. All right. Have an awesome day and let's get out there and let's be great.
Sponsored by Fusion Car Wash. Now with 2 locations in Frederick to serve you. One on Spectrum Drive near the FSK Mall, which is a full-service location. And TJ Drive with self-serve vacuums. Download the free Fusion Car Wash app and sign up for a monthly membership. And you can keep all your cars clean daily. FusionCarWash.com.